What is active voice and passive voice? We will come to know about that today in this chapter. So what is active voice? Active voice is basically a verb is said to be in the active voice when the person or thing denotes the subject acts or is active. So you see, when we frame any sort of sentences, there are verbs in it. It is not necessary that in each and every time there has to be a verb or it has to be, but in some sentences we will not find the verb. But in active and passive voice, while we do the active and passive voice, first of all let us clear on the definition. A verb is said to be in the active voice. Basically a verb, where a verb means action words are called as verbs. We need to know action words means what? Action words means any sort of words which describes any sort of action. Means action means work. Okay, suppose if I mention that I am running, suppose I am cooking. So this running, this cooking, this particular word, this suppose if I mention I am running or else I am cooking, these two words, this running and cooking, these two words are considered as verbs, because any sort of word which describes any sort of work or action is considered as verb. So a word, basically when a sentence of an active voice is being formed or it is being framed, if there has to be a verb, and if the verb is present and it is said then only that this sentence is in active voice when it denotes the subject. When the verb denotes the subject, it is called as active voice. And when here the verb is present but it doesn't denote the subject, but it denotes the action that is done by something or by someone. As in the definition maybe you will find a little bit of problem while understanding, but as we do the examples very clearly we will come to know what is active voice and passive voice. Just you need to know is that here verbs denote the action of the subject, and in the passive voice what happens? The verb doesn't denote the subject, okay, it denotes the action done by someone or by something, any sort of thing or any sort of person. It may be living, it may be non-living. Okay, so this is what active and passive voice basically is. And other thing you need to know is that while we do this active and passive voice, certain rules has to be followed. That rules are that in the active and passive voice, the subject here in the active and passive voice, the subject turns into object, and in the passive voice, what happens means while we judge, this is in the active voice and this is in the passive voice. The subject that is in the active voice turns in the object in the passive voice, and when we here the object that will be in the active voice, it will turn as a subject in the passive voice. So there is an interchange between the subject and the object. How we will show this by an exercise. Let us see with an exercise right now. This is how you do the exercise here. Suppose if I mention in an active voice a simple statement, suppose birds build nests. Let us turn this sentence into passive voice. But before we turn it, first of all we need to know that what does the statement means. In the active and passive voice, while you do, make sure that the meaning of the sentence doesn't get changed. Okay, the meaning of the sentence remains the same. First point is the meaning remains the same. The meaning remains the same. While on the other hand, transformation of sentence takes place. Transformation of the sentence takes place. Okay, so these 2 points basically we need to know that while we do this active and passive voice, the meaning of the sentence when we turn this active voice into passive voice will remain the same. Just there will be the transformation of sentence, means words may travel from this part to this part or this side to this side. Okay, so let us do. First of all, you see in this first sentence, bird build nest. Bird is an animal, or you can consider it as you can consider it as an animal. Let us see this build. Build is the verb here. Why we can consider this build as a verb? Because build means what? To make something, to make on something. So the bird is basically building what? He is building he or she is building the nest. So this is the object, and this is the subject here. Subject means you know what is subject. Name of a person, place, thing can be considered as a subject. Okay, the first person of the thing. So that's what the subject, verb, object. I have divided it. So as I have told you that action words are considered as verbs. So here build is the word that describes an action. Means he is making something. And in the passive voice, when we turn this active voice into passive voice, certain things you have to notice that the object here will come this side, the subject will come this side, and the verb will remain the same. Here the object will become as a subject, the subject will turn here as an object, and the verb remains the same here. How you see? Very simple way I will show you. This nest, it has to shift here. We will shift the nest here. The bird will shift here. And the build, it will turn into the second comparative degree, that is as build. Okay, it will turn into build. So you see, as we have shifted the nest here, the bird over here, and the build it has changed into build. Now there has to be something. It is almost not done. There has to be something in the between so that it forms a meaningful sentence. So whenever we frame a sentence, we know that when the sentence becomes a complete sentence, means when it has got a full meaning, then only we can consider that it's a sentence. Now it has got no meaning. Nest, build, bird, it has got no meaning. Something has to be added that it changes into a full meaning, something meaningful one. So you know, basically in the present tense, what are the things that are being added? That is, am, are. In the present tense. In the past tense, we add was, were. Okay, while we frame a sentence, and in the future tense, we basically add this, shall, and will. In the future tense. Now we will see what has to be added here. So this sentence, this particular sentence, when we do it in the active and passive voice, we will see that in which tense it is. It is in the present tense. Why we can say it is in the present tense? Because you see, bird build nest. Now it is building the nest. Okay, so basically this sentence is in present tense. You have to think it. What is the tense of the sentence? Now you see, if we apply any of these three in here. So what has to be applied? Let's see. Nest, build, bird. If I add nest is build dash bird, it doesn't make a good meaning. If I add am here, nest, am, build, bird, bird, means I am nest and I am building bird. It also doesn't make a meaning. If I add are here, nest, are, the nests are basically built. By whom it is built? By birds. So then it comes a definite meaning that their nests are built by birds. So here you see, the meaning has not got changed. Birds build nests, means birds are building the nest. Here also, nests are basically built by birds. We have shifted words from here to here, but the meaning remains the same as it is in the active voice. So this is how we have to do. Okay. Second example, we can do another example for this, so that we find a little bit of easy while doing this. Snake bites strangers. Now this particular sentence, what has to be done with this sentence? See, this is the subject here. The snake is the subject. It is biting strangers. So biting, here comes the verb. It is the action. And this is the object. So let us shift this. You have to do in this process. You shift this object over here, the subject over here, and the verbs over here. So right here, like this, the subject, verb, object. This is being already written for so that you can understand. In the examination, you will not do like this. So shift the stranger here. Snakes over here. Bite, you will turn into bitten. Okay, we will basically change it into bitten. Now you see how we have to do it. Something has to be added here because stranger, bite and snake, it doesn't come as a proper meaning. So something has to be added. What has to be added? Basically the sentences that I am giving you is in the present tense. So you see, we will add things in the present tense only. Strangers, in the present tense is and are false, so we will add here are, because is and am doesn't fulfill good statement. Here at present here, strangers are bitten. Whom? By the snake. We will just add by the snake. Okay? Snake bites strangers. Snake bites strangers. Strangers are bitten by whom? By the snake. So like this you have to do the sentences in active and passive voices. Okay, so let us do one more example. In the active and passive voice, there are many types of active and passive voice that has to be done. If we do it in the past tense, let's do it in the past tense. Suppose in the past tense, basically we have was and were. So you see, in the past tense, if I give you a statement, the police caught the thief. Here basically you see what we are coming to know in the, this is in the active voice and we have to turn it in the passive voice. How we will do it? This is in the past tense. This sentence is basically in the past tense. How? The police caught the thief means it is not catching now, it has already caught. The police has already caught. Whom? The thief. So you see the police, here the police is the subject. Caught means the police is trying to catch the thief, right? So this is the action word here, catching. This is the verb and the thief is the object. So let us shift as we have done in the earlier sentences. The thief, let us shift here. The thief, the police over here means the subject over here. Caught will remain the same as caught. And here the police. We have just interchanged. It is very easy while interchanging. Just we have to add something here. As in the past tense, basically was and were will be fulfilled. Either was or either were. So you see the thief, if I add here were, so it doesn't make a sentence. The thief were caught. It is talking about only, you see, it is talking about only one thief. So why we will add this were over here? Means it may, the police may catch, the police may not catch. There is a chance of 50% chance. So we will basically add here was. The thief was. We have changed it into past tense. As it is in the past tense, we will change it in the past tense only. The thief was caught. By whom it is caught? By the police. So now it is framing a particular meaningful sentence. So like this we have to do the past tense. Okay? Just you have to shift the things and you have to add this was by. This is easy ones. And whenever there will be a question of means any sort of question mark in the sentence. Now you see this kind of sentences if we do. This is one example from the past tense. If we do such kind of examples, you see if they are like this. Does she like mangoes? In this case, does is not the subject, she is the subject. This is the object. When there will be any sort of question mark, the does is also there. We will find a little bit of difficulty. When does will be there, we will just add are. Are, shift the object over here. Are mangoes liking? This is the word like. If we turn into liked, are mangoes liked by whom? And she will turn into her. The she will turn into her over here. And here are mangoes liked by whom? By her. Basically you need to know that she turns into her and he turns into him. They turns to them. Okay? So basically we need to know about this. We will just, as if it is in the active voice, we will change into passive voice, and if this her is in the active voice, and we are then going to write the she in the passive voice. Okay, like this you have to do if there is any sort of question mark or does appears. We have to add are, and after that we have to fill in the sentence. Okay? This is this third example. Suppose in the future tense, one example let us give from the future tense. Suppose one question. We shall pardon her. So we here talking about we. Here we is the subject. Okay, so we will turn. I have not told you. We will turn into us. Okay, shall is the word in the future tense. Basically, we use shall and we. So basically, you come to know that this sentence is in future tense. We shall pardon. Means we will show some mercy on her. We will show pardon on her. So her Her will basically turns into she. Okay, she. As it is in the shall, she will be. We have to add will be because we are going to do na, so it will be. So she will be. Pardon will be changed into pardon. By whom? By we. We will turn into us. So she will be pardoned by us. Basically, it's same as the subject, verb, object. We have changed it the same way. Just you see the meaning. We shall pardon her means it is we who has to pardon her. Same, she will be pardoned by whom? By us. The meaning remains the same, but there is only transformation of words from here to there. So this is how you do active and passive voice. As I will give you the exercises, you will come to know. Okay, there are many types of active and passive voice, not just one type. There are many types. Slowly and gradually you will come to know how it has to be done. Okay.